on today's edition of Throwback Music, we pay tribute to some of the most famous social-political African musicians to have ever lived. Do enjoy.
Top 5 famous socio-political conscious musicians in Africa. Born Olufela Olusegun Oludotun Ransom Kuti, also known as Abamieda, was a Nigerian musician, band leader, composer, political activist, and Pan-Africanist. He is regarded as the pioneer of Afrobeat, a Nigerian music genre that combines West African music with American funk and jazz. He was referred to as one of Africa's most challenging and charismatic music performers. All music described him as a musical and socio-political voice of international significance. Fela Anikulapo Kuti was part of an Afrocentric consciousness movement that was founded on and delivered through his music. In an interview included in Hank Bodovit's Noise of the World, Kuti stated, "Music is supposed to have an effect. That's what African music is about. When you hear something, you must move. I want to move people to dance, but also to think. Music wants to detect a better life against a bad life. When you're listening to something that depicts having a better life and you're not having a better life, it must have an effect on you."
That's for England, I mean, off he take over. Now come think about this democracy, 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 crazy demonstration of grace, crazy demonstration. If he no be grace, why for Africa? As time they go, things just stay bad.
Miriam Makeba was a South African singer, actress, songwriter, civil rights activist, and United Nations Goodwill Ambassador. One of the first African musicians to make an impact on the international stage. Makeba is credited with popularizing Afropop genres. She also advocated against apartheid through music and played a major role in the civil rights movement. Brenda Fassie was a South African dancer, singer, songwriter, and activist. Renowned for her bold on-stage antics, Fassie earned the nickname Madonna of the Townships. Also dubbed the Queen of African Pop, Brenda Fassie won 5 South African Music Awards and 3 Cora Awards during her illustrious career. Her most political song was probably Black President, the title track of her 1990 album, a result of a colorful partnership with producer Selo Chikotwala. It detailed the incarceration of former President Nelson Mandela and other heroes of the liberation struggle. She challenged issues of race, gender, and sexuality head-on. Fassie lived according to her own rules, and that's what made her political. Yvonne Chaka Chaka is a South African singer, actress, songwriter, humanitarian, entrepreneur, and teacher. Nicknamed the Princess of Africa, Chaka Chaka has been one of the most prominent figures in South African popular music for nearly 3 decades. internationally recognized personality, Chaka Chaka has performed for US President Bill Clinton, Queen Elizabeth II, and South African President Thabo Mbeki. The song Freedom, released in 1988 off the album with the same title, centered its visuals around domestic violence as the state of country and the apartheid system wasn't allowed to be broadcasted by the SABC. Hugh Ramapolo Masekela was a South African trumpeter, flugelhornist, cornetist, singer and composer who was described as the father of South African jazz. Masekela was known for his jazz compositions and for writing well-known anti-apartheid songs such as Soweto Blues and Bring Him Back Home. Hugh Masekela was one of the most prominent voices in the struggle. On Bringing Him Back Home, the artist made a demand to the apartheid government to set Nelson Mandela free and bring him back to Soweto. He also called for Africa to get back to the hands of her rightful owners. Masekela was involved in several social initiatives and served as a director on the board of the Lunchbox Fund, a non-profit organization that provides a daily meal to students of township schools in Soweto.